What's up guys, this is Limes21. Today we're going to be doing a house tour of Lime Manor, which is the mansion I just recently finished constructing in the DIS3 server. As you can see, got a nice grand staircase all the way up to the main entrance. Got the start of a farm, which I am working on, and I'll actually likely finish the farm as episode 2, which will be more of an actual episode versus just a house tour. As you can see, I have some plans to extend this farm a good amount. As we go up the path, you can see it branches off here. Got some horses, got Sirbones 14th, Fred, and this unnamed horse, which... Top comment, let me know, what should I name this horse? Tell me below, don't make it too bad, please. Now, I did put some moss stripes in the lawn over there, but that's also another thing I'll finish next episode. And you can see I have some paths going along. You can see the greenhouse, which is definitely my favorite room in the house, but we'll get there in a second. You can see from the main entrance, you got this nice little room, you got a painting. You see you could go through that entrance, you could go here, which you could see goes up. You could see the library, which is pretty cool. And you have all my achievements so far from this world. I don't know how that gold sword got there, but as you can see, there's a ladder up here, and there's also a ladder over there, but I'll be getting to the second floor in a second. Here's the greenhouse. This is definitely my favorite room in the house, like I said before. Like, I love what I did with these trees here. The whole room is really blue. See, I have some soul torches to match with it. You got some birch trees with some with the leaves go from moss to azalea to flowering azalea to cherry, which I actually really enjoyed making this room, and it was quite fun, even though building trees is not my area of expertise. But it's still a fun one. If you go straight here, you got the dining room. See, you have two big chairs on either end, and the table's pretty long. Got a nice like TV or some sort of painting here, and a bunch of chairs. Got a shelf with some flowers, and then over here is the kitchen. You can see I used some pale oak logs and some calcite, and this is actually my furnace setup. As you can see, I got a bunch of furnaces here. And then these little kitchen tables, I guess, are also furnaces. And you see there's also some bookshelves up here, which I think are pretty good for cabinets. And then if you go in here, you can see this is my office. It's pretty cool with the new lighting. You can see shadows and stuff, which is quite cool. As you can see, I have this bookshelf, chiseled bookshelf, as a computer monitor. Got a pressure plate on top, got some nice flowers, bookshelves. The sun's actually setting. You can see all these windows are really nice for the sunset experience. Oh, this door is actually sideways. Let me fix that quickly. There we go. Alright. Back to the tour. So you can see, you gotta walk back through these rooms. This room is actually my favorite room for watching the sunset. So you can see, it's really nice. Got some windows directly facing it, got some bookshelves, have some utilities here, nice pink carpet. You got a music disc area. I actually got this music disc today, Tears. It's a pretty new music disc. It's quite interesting. As you climb up this ladder to the second floor, you could see some cherry leaves, and there's actually glass on top of this, so you could see to the third floor, which I'll be getting to later. Now, this room is my chest room. It's nothing too special. I have a bunch of chests in here, and you got a little bit of a window, and there's actually a balcony out here, which is pretty cool. I might put some stuff on here later, but I'll probably need some suggestions in the comments below. As you can see, this guy is temporarily in here until I construct a barn or some sort of thing in the fields. And then I have a librarian here that has mending for 12, which I found naturally. Now, I'm not really a villager expert, but I would say that's a pretty good trade. And then you got the whole library here, which I find really cool. This is definitely one of my favorite rooms as well. Here's the other ladder from the start that I talked about. And then if you go here, you got another balcony, which I'll definitely put some more stuff on too. And this comes out here at the other end of the chest room. Now, heading up to the 3rd floor, there's only one set of ladders. You can see I used a birch log pale oak slab combination for these tables here. Got a nice crafting table picture. You got a little sofa here around this glass I was talking about earlier. You could actually see through the cherry leaves, which is pretty cool. Got a bunch of windows, see all around. Got my bed, and then out here there's also another balcony, which is pretty cool. You can see I used some bamboo up there to get a nice green in there. Now in this house I tried to use every single type of wood to make it interesting. You can see I have a bunch of gradients everywhere to help with this. And then finally the last room in this house is the map room. Now the map room is not done yet, but you can see I've started out mapping some of it. You got this map, which is our actual house, which is pretty cool. And that will definitely expand this map room in the future, and definitely the farm. And this map's gonna look great when we're all done with it. You can see the soul lanterns, or the soul torches have some pretty cool lighting here with this new visual thing. You can see you got some more nice windows. And I'm actually gonna sleep because our next stop is outside. So the thing I like about this bed here is it actually has a nice view of the outside here, which is pretty cool. Now, from here you could see the pool area, which you might have been able to see earlier, but we're gonna be going over that today, or right now I mean, and I think you'll like it. So from the kitchen you could exit out this back door, and you got a nice striped grass area. You could see the whole back of the house, which is pretty cool. Excuse me, let me eat a little bit. For these walls I opted for a composter as kind of like the base of these hedges, and then we did another moss to azalea and a few flowering azalea sprinkled in, and they're pretty nice walls. In the pool area you got some nice pool chairs. Got a hot tub, which is pretty nice. It's actually quite fun to sit in. Whee! And then you got this nice glass railing. You can see the backyard. It's actually a really nice view. And then here you got the pool, which actually have a little drain here and a sea lantern, which is my only sea lantern, but it was definitely worth it because it adds light to this pool that I think it needs. Also, this reflection's really cool. I like these visuals. Then if you go in here, you got my sweetberry farm, which I've actually been getting a lot from this. And then this path, this is the path I talked about at the start. It just goes back this way. And that's about it for the house tour. I hope you enjoyed. I'll definitely be making more videos on this world in the future. And if you want to see them, subscribe.